nothing on this green earth stronger than the U.S. Army, because there is nothing on this green earth stronger than a U.S. Army soldier. There's strong, and then there's Army strong.
Big tanks, big missiles, big guns. The U.S. Army is strong, the strongest in the world when it comes to firepower. But today, the U.S. Army's strength is questioned after news that it's censoring internet content from its soldiers. And we're not talking censorship of pornography or extremist websites, which would still be pretty troubling. But we're talking censorship of very important news stories. Stories that the rest of us who have access to a free and open internet can view any time we want. We're talking a full Army-wide blackout of the Guardian's reporting on Edward Snowden's NSA leaks. Yes, while the rest of America has been able to view the multiple classified documents released on the Guardian News' website, from secret FISA court orders to PowerPoint slides depicting mass domestic data collection to even internal NSA regulations governing snooping, our soldiers in bases across the world cannot access this information. In a letter to the Monterey Herald, a spokesman for NETCOM, which is an agency within Army Cyber Command, confirmed that, quote, yes, the Army is filtering some access to press coverage and online content about the NSA leaks. The Department of Defense routinely takes preventative network hygiene measures to mitigate unauthorized disclosures of classified information onto DoD unclassified networks. Now, by network hygiene, the Army means restricting access to any classified documents that may be found on the internet and that haven't been properly disclosed by the appropriate officials. So that basically means all the articles based on Snowden's leaks that have appeared on The Guardian. After all, imagine the chaos if our Army strong soldiers actually start reading about Edward Snowden or reading about the NSA. Maybe they'll get some ideas. Maybe they'll turn into little whistleblowers themselves. Scary stuff, I know. If you think it's odd that the fighting force that's out there defending our American ideals is also engaging in very un-American, rampant censorship, well, you're not the only one. As the NETCOM spokesman said in the letter, quote, the DoD is also not going to block websites from the American public in general, and to do so would violate our highest held principle of upholding and defending the Constitution and respecting civil liberties and privacy. Well, that's a relief. But really, the U.S. Army won't have to worry too much longer about what sort of stuff its soldiers are reading on the internet. After all, drones are becoming the preferred weapon of choice, and as we all know, drones are not curious, they do not read, and they do not think for themselves. And isn't that exactly what we want defending our freedom? In Washington, Sam Sachs, RT.